So what we're going to do is going to look at a human head. This was my head. I scanned it. As you can see, it's perfect. And I'm going to use this as a canvas. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a form. So in this case, it will actually be a face. And I'm going to use this mesh, as it were, as the canvas, and I'm going to offset it slightly, and every time I point to something it is going to stick to the surface of the head but just lift it up a little bit. So if I it's probably easier just to show you. So I go click face, and then we're using the simple mode, and we're going to object snap. So we're going to snap to this, and we're going to lift it up about 2 mil so you can see it. Okay, so if I was to, I don't know, give, just maybe draw some sunglasses or something, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find around the center point without going over it, and then it's counting at 4 all the time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's important to get it into an order. So if I go again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the reason I count is because if I do that by accident and then go up here and then go down, then I get a cross, and that's not going to work. So I actually count out aloud most of the time. Okay, now if I slightly turn it, you can actually see that it's adhering to the profile of the skull, and that's because we're using an object snap, and we're offsetting it. Now we're only offsetting it 2 mil, which isn't a lot really, so if I'd offset that about 6 mil, I think it would have been better. But for now I'm just going to press OK, and then I'm going to hide that, and you can see that that is starting to stick to it. Now of course I can go here now and modify and start to drag that out slightly or curve it around. So if I just do that and modify that face, okay. Alright, now there are some little quirks to this one. Obviously the first one is always counting in fours. I'm just going to double click that and press face. Okay, now the second one is, oh, make sure that's object snap. Let's just do that to 6 mil. Okay, the other quirk is if I want to branch off, so if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and now I want to make that continue around the eye, but I also want, let's say, the arm. If I do this by accident, 1, 2, 3, how do I do it? How do I do it without 4? I'm not too practiced at this. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then it starts to mess up. And let's say, oh, I'm trying to fix that. So then I go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then as soon as I've got a point where 5 things or 3 things are connecting, then I've got big issues. Now, you can see that I've got a big issue because I'm overlapping and I've got a triangle there. And when you make a mistake, this doesn't go smooth. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start deleting stuff now. As soon as I deleted that, now it went smooth, and that means that you've actually made something that is okay. Alright, so there are little things you need to worry about, and it is not as straightforward as you might think. Let's do that again to 6, and now you see it goes straight again. Now 1, 2. I'm just going to finish this part here. and now I'm going to continue. So if I go, I can actually continue here, but it's probably better to continue this way. And you almost need a plan where you're missed it. Where your planes are going, so you can see that I didn't join it. I'm going to press OK now. And press Escape, and I'm actually going to just select that one. Shift select that one. I should be able to weld them, so I can weld my vertices. Bring that together. Just hide that, and you can see that that's all done. Okay, let's bring that out. All right. So the next part, of course, is you've made something, and as you know, it's flat, and a flat thing cannot be a made thing. So one way to do it is to pull it out, but pulling it out doesn't actually give it a mass. So what we're going to do now is we're going to thicken it. I'm just going to pull this out so I can see it. Come down a little bit more and turns out. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll select it now. Probably the best thing to do would actually be mirror it, then bridge it, and the bridging thing is there, and then thicken it, but we'll just thicken it now. So thicken, there you go, and let's make it 3 mil, and it's 3 mil coming on the outside. You can go sharp, but I'm going to go soft to make it a bit more round, and do that. And that is how you actually make wearables. If I take that, because I've calibrated this to actually, because it is actually my head, this is actually the right size, and I calibrated that. So again, just to make sure, if I go inspect and take those points of my eyes, yeah, 79, and I have measured that, so that is actually absolutely accurate, as you would expect from my proper scan of my head. Okay, and that's it.